Hello, and welcome to the Big Personality Test, a Child of Our Time special. Tonight, find out who you are with the help of this lovely lot.
We'll be putting them and you to the test to reveal the truth about personality and the impact it has on your life.
Over the next two programmes, you'll discover how your personality develops in childhood. How personality shapes your future.
Ad sales, you are by far the most extrovert people in this place.
How it affects what job you choose to do.
I am now going to unveil to you our relationship maze. Have a look at this.
And find out how knowing your personality could help you improve your relationships.
Whoa, come back a bit.
We'll be testing our Child of Our Time families here in our personality lab.
I think you lot don't really like rules.
And you can join in too to discover the truth about your personality.
Are you ready to find out who you are?
From their birth in the year 2000, we've been following the lives of 25 children, charting their development as they grow from tiny babies into adulthood. It's a 20-year mission to reveal how the interaction between our genes and our environment makes each of us unique. This is a landmark birthday for the children. Now they're 10, psychologists think that the personality they will have for life is formed and will influence every choice they make. So what has made all of them and all of us who we are? Welcome to our giant personality lab. In this programme, we're going to discover in experiments here and in films of the children how personality is formed in all of us.
To celebrate the 10th anniversary of Child of Our Time, we've brought all of the children and their families together for the first time here in our personality lab.
Although each of us has a different personality, many scientists think that there are actually only 5 basic traits that we all share.
Openness. It's all about creativity and thinking outside the box. Conscientiousness describes how well we plan and how hard we work. Extroversion. Extroverts are outgoing, chatty, thrill seekers. Agreeableness. It's all about how well we get on with other people.
And neuroticism measures how we experience negative emotions like fear, guilt and sadness.
If you want to find out who you are, you can join in with our experiments here in the lab or take the big personality test after the programme. We'll tell you how then.
A record-breaking 200,000 of you have already taken part,
with participants from as far afield as the Channel Islands to the Shetlands. It's the biggest personality test ever conducted in the UK. It's given us a unique insight into the nation's personality, and we'll be revealing the results throughout the next hour. Our families have all filled out the personality questionnaire too, and we'll be giving them their results at the end of the programme.
But first, it's time for a test. And the first personality trait we're going to investigate is extroversion. Now, for this test, all our families need to start off licking a piece of gum tape. Get licking, everyone!
Now, extroverts are exuberant and outgoing. Are you the life and soul of a party, a bit of a thrill seeker? Or maybe you relish your own company and tend to shy away from the crowd?
Well, believe it or not, this test should sort out the extroverts from the introverts. If you want to, you can try this at home and see if it works. Use any piece of paper, just lick as far as you can in one go.
Everyone should have licked their tape by now. So, what I want you to do is tear off the wet bit and show us.
So far, so good. We've got a record of how much saliva our guinea pigs normally produce, but are there differences between extroverts and introverts?
We should be able to tell this by using a very scientific piece of equipment. Well, it's a lemon.
Now, for the science bit, what you're going to do is drop a couple of drops of lemon juice onto your tongue. Then you're going to do it all over again. And we're going to see if you produce more saliva. Swill it around, swill it around. OK, lick. Go on then. Off you go.
So how will the lemon juice show a difference between the extroverts and the introverts?
You're right.
We'll find out what it means in a moment. But whilst they're busy, we're going to catch up with two of our children to find out how extroversion develops. James Kuchia scores higher on extroversion than any of the other children. James lives in London with his mum Carol and sister Bernie.
James's personality is great. He loves to go out, have loads of fun, not stay in. He's now going mad.
Excuse me, and can we have a plane?
A typical extrovert. James makes friends quickly and loves being the centre of attention. He talks non-stop
This one loaded.
and likes to take control.
I got one more bullet because you just dropped one. Ooh, that's one. I got one.
And he throws himself into life, seeking out thrills wherever he can find them.
Faster!
100 miles away in Gloucestershire lives Helena Young. Helena scores low on extroversion. She is an introvert.
So what are your favourite hobbies then?
Just designing, reading.
She's quite happy entertaining herself. She has an inner calmness about her that is very sweet.
So what makes some of us extroverts who crave stimulation like James, and some of us introverts who don't need so much excitement like Helena? Are we just born that way, or is it down to our upbringing? James was born at home, in one of the poorest council estates in south-east London.
I'm proud of my baby son.
For Mum Carol and Dad Jamie, James's fun-loving temperament was very obvious from early on.
Is that funny? He just sits there laughing at me. It just makes me happy. He's brilliant. He really is.
When we tested Carol's personality, she was also an extrovert.
I think James takes after me. I think his dad, he don't really like going out much.
Around 40% of extroversion is thought to be down to our genes. But what role did James's environment play in shaping his personality?
Peace sake, James!
The home James grew up in was always full of visitors, a place where you had to be loud and assertive just to make yourself heard.
It's always like a mad ass here.
But there could be another reason why it became important for James to surround himself with friends. Carol's relationship with James's dad didn't last. When James was 3, Carol met a new partner, but he was violent. He stole from them.
Look, I saw his gun.
He even kidnapped James.
They had the police helicopter looking out for him.
He had the knife in his pocket.
How do you know that?
I saw it. And he took it out.
God, I just felt sick. I was all shaking and that, you know, really nervous and that, and scared.
We ain't safe here. No.
The family were forced to flee to a women's refuge before being rehoused in a different area.
This our house.
Hey, our new house!
Our groundbreaking nationwide online personality test has revealed some remarkable facts. People who've experienced a traumatic event in childhood tend to score higher in extroversion. Extroverts like James are also more likely to have grown up in a single-parent home.
I reckon it's to do with me going through domestic violence is why James is like he is.
And then she does this. She's like this. She's like, off when someone bashes her. She's like, off. It's
He
funny.
witnessed it and he was scared and didn't know what to do and that. Didn't know how to help his mum.
Being an extrovert could be a real advantage in a tough environment where it pays to form alliances quickly. James's upbringing means his brain can tolerate lots of stimulation. So like a true extrovert, he also craves excitement more, making him a risk taker. Helena was born into a much more affluent environment in Gloucestershire, but her early years were far from easy. She was one of triplets, born nearly 4 months too early. Tragically, neither of her siblings survived, But Helena clung to life. The doctors